I am Ibn al-Nafis. My full name, Ala al-Din Abu al-Hassan Ali ibn Abi al-Hazm al-Qurashi al-Damashqi al-Nafis. I was born in the city of Damascus in the year 1213, during a time when the Islamic world shimmered with the light of knowledge. Even as the Mongols threatened its borders. From an early age, I was drawn to the mysteries of the human body, that divine machine whose secrets only the brave dare to uncover. I studied medicine at the Bimaristan al-Nuri, the Grand Hospital of Damascus, where the teachings of Ibn Sina, Avicenna, and Galen echoed through the marble halls. But I was not content to repeat what others said. I wished to see for myself, to question what was taken as truth. For centuries, physicians believed in Galen's teaching, that blood flowed from the right side of the heart to the left through invisible pores in the wall separating the two chambers. They said the liver created the blood, that it moved slowly through the body, consumed by the organs, and never truly circulated. But when I studied the heart, I could not accept this. That I took up the scalpel. I examined animal hearts, layer by layer, chamber by chamber. And what I found contradicted Galen. The wall between the two sides of the heart, the interventricular septum, was solid, firm, and without any passage. No blood could possibly pass through it. So, how then did blood reach the left side of the heart? I began to trace the vessels, the veins and arteries that intertwined like rivers of life. Then I understood, the blood must travel through the lungs. That I in my book, Shar Tashri al-Canon, my commentary on Avicenna's Canon of Medicine, I wrote these words: the blood from the right chamber of the heart must reach the left chamber, but there is no direct passage between them. It passes through the lungs. The lungs are composed of parts, one of which is the bronchial passages, the second the branches of the pulmonary artery, and the third the branches of the pulmonary vein. The blood is refined there, and mixes with air. Then it is carried to the left chamber of the heart. Thus, I realized that the lungs are not merely for breathing, they are the bridge between blood and air. Here, the blood sheds its impurities, mingles with the life-giving breath, and returns renewed. This, I declared, is the true path of the blood, not through hidden pores, but through the pulmonary circulation. Many did not understand the importance of what I had written. In my day, the word of Galen was treated as sacred. But I believe that truth does not fear inquiry. Knowledge is not divine revelation, it is a journey of the mind. 300 years later, in distant Europe, a man named William Harvey would be celebrated for describing the systemic circulation of blood. But long before him, here, in the heart of the Islamic world, I had already described the circulation through the lungs, the very foundation of his discovery, and yet, I was not seeking fame or praise. I sought understanding, to see how the Creator's design works within us. To me, the human body was not a vessel of mystery, but a map of divine order. Every organ had a purpose, every movement was guided by balance and reason. I rejected the old notion that blood simply disappears into flesh. I saw it as a continuous cycle, moving through the body like a circle of life, sustaining every organ in its path. In my writings, I said, the body is nourished by the continuous motion of the blood, its life depends on its circulation, as the world depends on the motion of the stars. These words were not poetry, they were truth revealed through observation, but my curiosity extended far beyond the heart. I wrote over 110 books and treatises, in medicine, philosophy, theology, and law. Among them, my most extensive was Al-Shamil fi al-Tib, the comprehensive book on medicine. It was meant to be the greatest medical encyclopedia ever written. Though only part of it survives, it shows my devotion to detail, every disease, every remedy, every procedure described with precision. I also wrote Al-Mukhtar fi al-Agdhiya, the book of nutrition, where I discussed how food transforms within the body, how it strengthens or weakens our natural balance. For I believe that health is not merely the absence of illness, it is the harmony of the body and the soul. As a student of both reason and faith, I saw no conflict between them. To study medicine was, for me, an act of worship, to uncover the wisdom with which the Creator formed mankind. I believe that reason is the light by which revelation is understood. So I wrote on logic and philosophy, explaining that the human intellect is capable of approaching divine truth through contemplation and inquiry. In my later years, I served as chief physician in Cairo, at the Al-Mansuri Hospital, where I treated patients of all backgrounds, rich and poor alike. I trained many students, teaching them not only to memorize, but to question. Do not be a follower, I told them. Be a seeker. As I grew old, I often pondered how knowledge travels, like blood itself, passing from one generation to another, giving life to new ideas. My manuscripts would sleep in libraries for centuries before being rediscovered in Europe, where scholars would finally realize their significance. They would find that a physician from Damascus had seen what others had not, that the blood circulates through the lungs, not through invisible pores. Though my name was almost forgotten, truth cannot die. And so, today, as you listen to my words across centuries, remember this: the path to knowledge is not through imitation, but through observation. Truth is not inherited, it is discovered. I am Ibn al-Nafis, the man who uncovered the movement of blood, a humble servant of science, faith, and reason.